In 1986, millions of Filipinos stood together in a peaceful revolt that shocked the world, known as the EDSA People Power Revolution. It ended 2 decades of dictatorship under Ferdinand Marcos without a single shot fired. This historic movement showed that true power lies not in weapons, but in unity and courage. It was a moment when the Filipino people proved that even the strongest regime can fall when a nation rises as one. How do we confront the complexities of justice and morality when lives are on the line? In the execution, Charlson Ong takes us inside the mind of a man whose role in an execution forces him to question life, death, and the human experience.
The Execution by Charlson Ong is a short story that depicts a peek of what a certain Chinese family living in the Philippines has experienced during the martial law era. It's talk about justice and freedom from the negative experiences, biases, abuses for being Chinese rooting from the martial law. After the 1986 EDSA revolution, the Philippines experienced significant political change. Literature during that time reflect the struggles of the nation, focusing themes like justice, morality, and human rights. The execution deals with the internal conflict of an executioner, raising question about the ethics of capital punishment in a society trying to rebuild itself. The execution revolves around the morality, the capital punishment, and the emotional toll. It takes on those involved, questioning whether justice can ever truly be served in such a way.
At the heart of the execution is the question of justice. The protagonist is a part of an execution team, and throughout the story, we see his inner turmoil as he reflects on the consequences of taking another life. The story portrays the dehumanizing effect of capital punishment, forcing us to confront the complexities of justice in a post-EDSA society, still grappling with the consequences of dictatorship. One of the key symbols in the story is the image of the execution chamber. It is described in a cold, mechanical way, emphasizing the separation between the human act of killing and the cold bureaucracy of the state. This imagery enhances the idea that in a society trying to help, these harsh acts of punishment stands in a stark contrast to the values of human dignity and justice that many hope for post-EDSA. The main characters: Mario, the narrator of the story. Lim Bensu, the father of Mario, was 18 by his frustrations on the death of Gan that greatly affected his relationship with his family. Ganso, the drug smuggler executed in the martial law period. The story is deeply relevant to the post-EDSA political climate. The Philippines was recovering from the abuses of martial law, and many people were still dealing with the trauma of forced disappearances, unjust killings, and human rights violations. The execution reflects the tension between the desire for justice and the realities of a system still grappling with its past mistakes. It serves as a reminder of the human cost of political decisions and the need for moral reflection in times of societal upheaval.
The Execution by Charlson Ong offers a powerful exploration of justice, morality, and the personal consequences of the violence. Through its vivid symbolism and complex characters, the story forces us to question how justice is defined and who gets to decide who lives and dies.
Significance of post-EDSA literature. Post-EDSA literature, like the execution, was crucial in shaping the Philippine discourse on justice and human rights. It allowed Filipinos to process the trauma of the past and to reflect on the moral issues that continue to shape the nation's future.
As we move forward, we must ask, in a society still healing from its past, how do we ensure that justice doesn't become another form of violence?